Hey YouTube, it's SithLord04. Happy 2018. I hope you've been doing alright. I've been doing pretty decent myself, but if you couldn't tell by the title of this video, I have something a little different in store for you today. I bring you a review of the Fairly Odd Parents Breaking the Rules for the Nintendo GameCube. It was the series' first 3D video game outing, released for the PS2, GameCube, Xbox, PC, but we're going to take a look at the Nintendo version here, and we're going to see, does it still hold up? Was it always shit? Was I just a stupid kid? There's only really one way to find out, and the game's already in the system, so without further ado, let's get to playing. The memories. Anyhow, on with the show. Much like an episode of the show, Timmy wants to enjoy the weekend, but gets stuck with Vicky, and within 5 seconds he makes a wish that backfires horribly.
There's no time for rules. I wish we didn't have to follow those stupid rules. You got it.
After a quick trip to Fairy Court, your mission is to collect all the missing pages of the rules. The controls are par for the course. Walk with one stick, turn the camera with the other, press A to jump, context-sensitive actions will show up on screen, and press R to ask your fairies for advice.
Touch the monkeys, touch the stars, multitask, and don't forget to
Although that last one is about as useful as poking a hole in a rubber. So how do you get those pages back? Collect some stars. But these aren't the stars a certain plumber collects. Oh no, these are special wish stars. You need 5 to make a wish, and they don't exactly want to be caught, so you're going to be chasing them down before you can even move forward. Some wishes give you a temporary power-up, others are for more set-piece moments, but they quite nicely spice up the gameplay of getting from A to B. I just wish the standard jump height wasn't too low. The double jump is nice, but when you have to do that just to press the millions of buttons in-game, the dev team done fucked up. There's also Crimson Chin cards that are scattered around each level. When you collect a certain amount, a clip from the show is unlocked. I would show a few, but we all know the YouTube fun police would come knocking down the door in 3 seconds flat. Speaking of the levels, they're based off episodes from the first 2 seasons, and they all mostly follow the same formula similar to the show, and then go off on a gamey tangent. All the staples of those early years that you would come to expect are here in full force. From the Crimson Chin, Squirrely Scouts, and Shrink Suit Yucatamians, hell, it gets meta to the point of the level being based off of Power Mad, has scan lines added to the screen with the HUD being completely replaced with a more generic video gamey HUD. They do mostly amount to just walking in a straight line, but also considering the game was made for kids, I really can't get too mad at it. But despite that, they don't overstay their welcome, and if your heart hasn't been turned into an emotionless black hole of misery, they can put a smile on your face. My personal favorites are Vicky Virus and Bad Luck 101, because let's be real here, fighting Mother Brain and Vicky's bastard child to some sweet-ass techno is always a blast, and dodging balls of steel and Crocker in the world's most horribly designed elementary school is still amusing, surprisingly enough. You know, we're this far in, and we haven't even discussed the graphics, the music, and the voice acting, so let's touch up on that shit right now. Much like Wind Waker, they went for a cel-shaded look to capture the feel of the animation used in the show, and they knocked that ball right out of the park. It perfectly captured the visuals of the show, and holy shit, they did age surprisingly well. Granted, some things could have been better, like the cutscenes, which just amount to everyone standing in place and talking with no movement whatsoever.
Your babysitter's my big sister, silly.
The music ain't no slouch either. The songs don't sound out of place, and some of them are surprisingly memorable. From the techno of VR Land to the military-esque drums going into the Cream Puff Camp, and of course, the funky beats dropped by Gilded Archers going across the rooftops of Cincinnati.
Now the Crimson Chin is powerless. Villainy will rule Cincinnati.
All the actors from the show are in their roles, and the A-game is in full force, with one exception, but not for the reasons you would think. Darren Norris, the voice of Cosmo, fills in for Jay Leno, who normally plays the Crimson Chin. But you really can't tell at first glance, which is just a testament to his talent and skill as a voice actor.
Protector, me, once more restored to his shining peak of chinhood. We have but one brave sidekick to thank. I am the Crimson Chin! Here comes the Crimson Chin!
Every line sounds as you would expect from an episode you'd see on TV, and combined with the writing, music, and graphics, it succeeds where many licensed games utterly fail, delivering solid gameplay while letting you experience the show as you would see it on TV.
Wait, what's happening? Where are you going, Timmy?
We're going camping with the Squirrely Scout. Right, Timmy in a can. Oh, thank goodness. Honey, your quick thinking saved Timmy.
That suit should help in this deadly environment. Well, this armor's pretty cool. I bet it has all sorts of excellent gadgets and weapons.
Well, yes, if you like cleaning, you can attach to, clean stuff.
Oh, dear. But life-saving. Thanks, guys. Ignore him, Timmy. We girls will stick together.
Timmy's a girl. Samantha.
This is such a bad idea.
Oh, no, it's Crocker. Boy, is he in for a surprise.
No! My beautiful van!
I guess Crocker's fairy-catching van caught a fairy after all, but not in the way he expected.
Crimson Chin's charisma fully restored, Cincinnati once again celebrates its most popular hero. That poor man.
Uh-oh! No time, Arthur! But it was nice to meet you! I feel the pull of homework! Hope you get a sensible language sometime soon!
And Mom! And watch out for that Lancelot! He's trouble!
Yay! I'm king! How cool is that? What? That's it! You're mine! My badges! My beautiful badges! No! Timmy Turner! Uh-oh! Maybe I better run away now!
The solution's obvious.
It is?
It is? Timmy, if you would.
The wish? I wish for whatever Cosmo's thinking of.
No! It's not safe in Cosmo's head!
Very powered jet suit! Awesome!
I have a foot inside me!
And as always, there's some things that just sound way dirtier as I get older. Unfortunately, we have reached the part of tonight's program where I have to take off the rose-tinted glasses and nitpick because there are just some things that just straight out get under my skin, and if I didn't mention them, I feel like I'd be doing you guys a bit of a disservice here. We'll start with the smallest of the nits, and then we'll work our way up the ladder. The first one is that the reporter in the chin levels is the chin before he got his powers. It's minuscule, but it's something I noticed after watching some episodes after playing through the game. No Mark Chang in Crash Landing. The king and queen are here, but our favorite teenage space squid is MIA. But the guard on the ship has his voice, and he was modeled and placed in game as the sleeping alien you sneak past in the tutorial.
If flowers fail to fell our foe, we'll hide our fearful looks of woe and ask the warrior if he's ready to face the terror of the Teddies.
Also, Timmy knows of the Yucatanians, but when he gets to the throne room, he seems to have gotten some weird-ass amnesia and acts like it's the first time he encountered them.
Looks like a Yucatanian.
Those pesky Yugo potatoes!
They hate nice things. Where are we?
What is this? Who is this tiny earth creature?
He controls our ship. He must be a mighty warrior. You have no right to kidnap people or suck out their brains with bendy straws.
No Anti-Cosmo or Wanda in Bad Luck 101. We get Crocker, a school, and 3 generic Anti-Faries. Why not throw the 2 fan favorites in a third? Or just have the 2 of them and do a big boss battle in Crocker's Fairy Cave. It's not like they weren't introduced before the game started development or anything. The button mashing in Time Warped. I hate button mashing, not just a smidge, but a metric shit ton. I hate in QuickTime events, the torture sequences of Metal Gear, and here. These sequences have earned a special place of deep, dark, psychotic hatred in my heart, and this one takes home that award for starting it off all those years ago when I was but a wee lad. The spray can in Mini Timmy. This thing is damn near useless. You hold B and twirl the stick to aim, but it keeps you in one place, and those fucking germs can just get a free hit on you as this frilly pink cleaning shit just turns them into, dear fuck me, I'm not sleeping tonight. I'm having some nightmares. A Dog's Life. This whole level is just a headache for me. Between Tootie touching you, taking away a piece of your health, the vents that go into circles with no way pointing to the exit, the food court from Purgatory, Satan's elevator music, and this one fucking jump. The whole level can just go straight to hell. Now, despite that list of nitpicks, overall, I'd say if you're a fan of the show and you remember those first 2 seasons, pick it up. I can still pop this in from time to time and enjoy myself, even if it's just for a couple of hours, but it takes you back to that point in time where you didn't have a care in the fucking world. Saturday mornings were all about waking up early, watching cartoons, going playing with your friends, riding your bike down the road, and possibly screaming at those dogs that every time you walk past the house, they're just like, bark, bark, bark. Fuck you, you little shih tzu, fuck you. Anyhow. So, if you're a fan of the show, you have the access to the original hardware, I would recommend picking it up if you can find it on the cheap. If you're not, if you don't have any interest in the show whatsoever, then I would just say don't even bother because you're not going to get half the humor. So, on that note, thank you very much for watching, and hopefully I will see you in the future. Peace and love, guys.